So okay, what's going on guys? It's GPH Streams here and welcome back to the 7 Nights Idle Adventure. So today we will update our tier list. And the heroes that will be added to our tier list, that would be Sylvesta and also the hero Eve. So let's do some recap first on the skills of this Sylvesta. So this Sylvesta, I've tested this hero in both PvE and PvP and it is quite good guys. Okay, so the basic attack, it deals damage equal to 500% of attack to the target, and this is above average. And the average that would be between 350 up to 450% of attack to the target. Next, we have your crit attack that is also above average, that is 600% of attack to the target. And both of this basic attack and this crit hit attack is always dependent to your attack speed. The attack speed here is 166. That is already pretty nice, guys. And also grants an agony of a condemnation buff to allies for 2 seconds upon successful attack. And this is an allied buff in which it increases the weakness attack rate by 24%. And also the attack damage or weakness or final weakness attack damage by 24%. So we rarely see this buff, guys, the final weakness attack damage. So that is why I incorporate this hero to my team because of this final weakness attack damage. And you have your Knight's Wheel. So this Knight's Wheel is a buff to himself, in which it increases crit hit rate by 24% and also bonus damage rate by 24% and includes attack speed that is 24%. So this attack speed is quite nice also, because if we will check here, we have a 166 attack speed, plus we get here also some attack speed for himself added by the allied buff attack speed, so that will boost the attack speed. So if we will check here the attack speed of that unit, we can see here that its attack speed that is 381, I think. If we will challenge that boss, let's see. He has a pretty nice attack speed, guys. 341. Okay, that's 381. I'm right. So next, going back to our Sylvesta, we got here some active skill. So this active skill is pretty decent on PvP because it grants a stealth buff. Whenever you see this stealth buff, most probably that hero will be good or decent in PvP. But apparently we got here only like 8 seconds. So that is why still Kyle is better than this unit, because Kyle has a 10 seconds stealth buff. And also it says here it quickly approached the furthest support type. So this is an anti-support type and deals damage equal to 300 or 3200% of attack. And this is pretty nice, guys. And also it increases crit hit rate by this active skill only, and this crit hit rate does not affect the crit hit attack. So that is the reason why we build this hero as a crit hit rate. Okay, so upon successful attack and when attacking a support type, it increases the skill's final damage by 50%. So this is an anti-support unit. Okay, so next, that would be Eve. So my Eve here is only at 1 star, but I've consulted my friend who has a 5 stars Eve. Eve is quite better than Pascal, guys. Okay, so let's check here the basic attack. We have here some very, very low basic attack to this 100%. And we got here also some very, very low crit hit attack, which is also 100%. And it says here it increases the caster skills cooldown by 5 seconds upon successful attack. And I think this is the best skill here. And we can see here we have your 166 attack speed. So before we continue, let's check first Pascal. So if we'll check here Pascal, so I think Pascal is a range type. Pascal here, oh my god, Pascal here has only like 142 attack speed. So this crit hit attack is always dependent on the attack speed. So the higher the attack speed, the higher will be the chance to deal this crit hit damage, and also the higher will be the skill's cooldown. So if we will go back to that Eve, we can see here that the attack speed is 166. So this is better compared to that Pascal. And finally, of course, this crit hit attack is dependent on this active skill. So they are linked together. So if ever the crit hit attack is dependent to this active skill, of course, this active skill is also dependent to attack speed. They are chained, guys, or linked to each other. So it says here it grants a Heaven for 2 buff to the caster for 10 seconds, then deals damage equal to 2000% of attack to the target. And the skill's final damage is increased by 50% whenever attacking a disintegrated target. So it is best to put this or use this Eve together with Elk and also Ragrid. So it would be best also to separate the two, Ragrid and Elk. Maybe Ragrid on your team 1, then Elk on team 2, and combine this Eve together with Elk, so that you can maximize your damage output. So on your team 1, that would be Ragrid together with Trude. On your team 2, that would be Eve together with Elk. So this Heavenly Fold 2, it increases crit hit rate by 20% and also weakness attack rate by 20% and bonus damage rate by 20%. And also it increases the final accuracy by 50%. So if you will compare that with Pascal. So Pascal here, we have here 3,000% of attack. So that is almost the same with Eve, because Eve has only 2,000% of attack plus 50% to targets with this integrated debuff. And this Pascal, I think, focuses more on this damage nullification. We have here also 25% in attack crit hit rate, 20%, and weakness attack rate by 20%. So I think Eve is quite better than this Pascal, because this Heavenly Fold 2 has a pretty nice buff, guys, for herself. Okay, so let's proceed to our tier list. Okay, so we are now at the SCA PvE tier list legendary heroes December 7, 2024. So if you see some green borders, that means that this unit is new. Okay, so I put here a Sylvesta at double S high next to Trude. And we have your Eve at double S mid. Okay, so I think Eve is better than this Pascal. So why is it that I put here Sylvesta? So Sylvesta is a very decent DPS unit, guys. But Sylvesta does not belong to the top 7 best heroes, because Sylvesta needs a link. So if you will check the top 7 best heroes, all of that heroes were linked to each other. There is a logical explanation there why you need those top 7 heroes. For example, if you will use this Magic Society Elk and Dia, they are linked to each other together with Regen Life. These 3 are pretty decent, guys. I would suggest to build this 3 because this Regen Life needs 2 units that are range type units in order to boost Regen Life's attack, and that would be 45% to the final attack, guys. And also this Magic Society Elk. This Magic Society Elk is a great tandem with this Dia. So if you will check there the skills of Dia on the crit hit rate, it says there final damage is increased by 50% whenever you attack disintegrated targets. So that is why these 3 here are linked to each other. And of course, this Magic Society Elk with disintegrating debuff is linked to this Trude, because Trude needs those disintegrated debuff. And of course, this Trude needs some burn and also bleed. So we can get that bleed from Palanus, and also we will get the burn effect from Cold. So that is why all of them are linked to each other. So this Sylvesta is an independent type unit, an independent DPS unit, just like Kyle. They were independent, guys. So that is the reason why I put Sylvesta here, because he is a pretty decent DPS independent unit. So if you build those top 7 heroes, then you might also have an option to build Sylvesta as a DPS unit supporting those 7 units on your team. So for example, if you will question about Ragrid, currently Ragrid has no tandem, only Trude. So that is why Ragrid does not belong to the top 7. And in addition, Ragrid is a tank. So there is no combo for tanks, guys, except only for Trude in Ragrid. But range type and melee types have combos already. Maybe later on, the game will introduce heroes or tank units that has a combo with support units. Okay, so let's proceed to our PvP. Okay, so on PvP, I put here Sylvesta on this SS Plus next to Kyle. So although Sylvesta is a new unit, a very decent DPS, but in terms of PvP, still Kyle is better than Sylvesta, because Sylvesta has only 8 seconds of stealth, while Kyle has 10 seconds of stealth. And next for our range, that would be Eve. So I put here Eve, guys. Okay, so Eve is on S tier high, and Eve is better than Pascal. In addition, Eve only attacks a single target. So that is the reason why Eve is on this tier. And next, finally on our potential dice. Okay, so Eve, I put here a full crit rate, and also Sylvesta on a full crit rate. So I can put here a great in PvE and PvP, while this Eve only in a PvE. Okay. So guys, I would suggest to join my Discord. The Discord link is on the description of this video. And also, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you for supporting my little channel, and see you again next time. I hope this tier list will help you a lot. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.